He's probably a slight better puncher than I am, but my accuracy is not questionable when it comes to accuracy and when it comes to breaking a guy systematically down from body to head. I think that he carries a nice punch that you have to respect. But I think at the end of the day, I think my all-around skills are not worried about a guy throwing 50, 60 punches around than the last fight, than a guy that's really trying to hurt you. And when you're trying to hurt somebody, Tim, anybody in boxing will tell you old and new. When you try to hurt somebody, you're not throwing 50 punches. It's impossible to throw 50 punches and actually have mustard on every last one of them. You got a punch that's called a range finder, and you got a punch that says, let me see how he takes it, and then you got the punch that says, let me put him to sleep. And so that's Kelly Pavlik's style.
Now, your former trainer, Freddie Roach, says he's not going to work with you. He's a little concerned about your health at this point. What do you say to Freddie and to anybody out there that's concerned about your health at this point in your boxing?
Well, it all depends on, first, my health is fine. I'm in great shape. And it all depends on what you did lately. I think that, everybody that left one particular situation, job, sports, or whatever, it's how they look and what they've done lately to be able to at least have some kind of blueprint or some kind of, at least something to go on when you say that you're worrying about Bernard. A lot of people worry about my health and my family, my wife. Everybody worry about your health when I'm 43 years old and still boxing, but not getting beat up and having, people, mostly media people, at least the last fight, saying, Bernard, I had you winning by 1 point. You lost by 1 point. You're the champion. It's the second time that happened to you. Bernard, it happened to you in the Jermaine Teller fight. It happened to you in this fight where a champion loses by 1 point. Go figure. I made history. But in the other hand, Tim, is that I'm pretty sure Brett Favre family is worried about him going back out there at 40-something. But, we are Iron Men. And I mentioned I mentioned football, and I mentioned boxing because it's all physical contact sport, mentally, physically. We get banged up. He got 11, 10, 15 people, or 10, 8, 9 people jumping on him, and I got one guy I got to deal with. And I'd rather deal with that one guy in the ring than be on the football field dealing with 10 or 9 people jumping on me if they sack me. So, but like I said, we're Iron Men. The ones that can do it is the ones that invested in themselves early in their life, did the right things, and had boxing skills to be able to stretch out that longevity of why I'm here. And if I had the style of a Toyo Gaddy, I wouldn't be here. And this is no respect to Toyo Gaddy. I'm just trying to tell people, and some people might envy that I'm intelligent enough to realize that, is that, name a fight, that Bernard Hopkins win or lose. Because you can lose and still get beat up. Name a fight. And I'm not, forget about the fight coming October 18th. That will speak for itself. That might be the only one. It might not be. But name a fight where Bernard Hopkins got his ass whooped, cut, beat up, where somebody said, why is he doing this? That haven't happened to me in my 20 years. Somehow people forget that. They don't even want to talk about that. And it's not bragging. I only mention it when I hear stuff like, well, I'm worried about his health. I'm worrying about this and I'm worrying about that. What have people seen in Bernard Hopkins in my last 5 fights that give any signs that I'm taking too much punishment? What they saying is that I'm not keeping up with the young guys, and then I'm saying I'm 43. I mean, what they saying is, you started off late, you started off early. Well, didn't you say all through your journalism that I'm 43, that I'm old? So if the burden is on me to fight like a young man, even though I'm getting pounded that I'm 43, then what is the burden on a young guy that's 26 that can't take the old man out?
Okay.
You can't have your cake and eat it too, but I'm glad I'm that intelligent.
Exactly.
And I'm glad that I have the foresight to understand that the agenda is to make me think and feel like I'm old and give me that subliminal message. So if you get the question in yourself, am I old? When you do that, you become what? Old. You become mentally old, and if you become mentally old, which controls everything we do, you're already lost.
How young do you feel?
20.
Well, it all depends on if you ask your wife. On that note,
I'm not asking.
On that note, she said I need help. But on the other note, I feel like I'm in my late 30s. To be honest with you, Tim, I feel like Tim, listen, I take my little Advils every now and then. I lost some hair, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all a picture that I keep in my wallet, and this is good stuff. I didn't even think I was gonna be able to show y'all this because it just come up. But I'm gonna show y'all a picture, and I have it, Tim. Hold up, give me a second.
Well, you had an afro?
Yep. I gotta show y'all this picture of me. You know when you can tell that you're getting old? Look at the hair and look at mine now. Father Tom is around the corner, but I just ask him and plead with him.
Hold it up or not?
Just give me 2 more years. Give me 2 more years, at least maybe till I track Roy Jones down. But by then, you know what I mean, they be taking both of us in there with a walker.
All right, thanks, Bernard.
Always fun time. Good, man.
All right, sure.
Yeah, on sale. We both got them on sale. I got mine in Miami. You got yours in New York.